Draw My Life, a life so far. This Draw My Life video was supposed to come out last year, but I was battling through one of the hardest years of my life at that point. But I'll explain later on in the video. First, let me introduce myself. Hello, my name is Colson Peacock. I was born on September 2nd, 1992 in Bellingham, Washington. I have a mom, a dad, two older sisters, an older brother, and a younger brother. My second oldest sister, Katie, died when she was a baby. I don't allow myself to get sad when I think about her because I never knew her, but I do get sad when I look at old photographs of people who held baby Katie in their arms. They'll never be able to hold her in their arms again. No parent should have to bury their child. I was born with sensorineural neural hearing loss, which means I was born with only part of my hearing. I didn't get hearing aids until I was 2 years old. I was late on speech milestones, so ever since then I've always been trying to keep up with the other kids. I remember my childhood in Washington State being pretty good. I was in a close-knit community of friends and family, and I was well-liked by everyone. When I was 8 years old, my family moved to Orange Park, Florida for my dad's job. It was a culture shock to move from Washington to Florida. Life in Florida was good until 2003 when my auntie Karen committed suicide, making me spiral into depression. In my memory, I've always thought the 4 years I spent living in Florida were the worst years ever. It wasn't a bad place, I was just in a bad place. After I graduated to 6th grade, my family moved again for my dad's job. Thank God, there was nothing left for me in Florida. My life turned around when I got to Georgia, and there are 3 people who were instrumental in my initial break-in in my depression. The first person was my dad for moving my family to Georgia, which allowed me a chance for a fresh start. The second was a very kind woman named Miss Merle, who helped me get through a mental breakdown during my freshman year of high school. Her help got me started on the road to recovery from depression. Last but not least, the third essential person was a nerdy little blonde kid named AJ. I left middle school and started high school. One October day in my freshman year, my friend's mom, Miss Merle, was driving me home, and suddenly the pressures of life became all too much for me. I had a breakdown in her car. This kind woman listened to my troubles. After a lot of talking, I felt something I never felt before. I felt free, like a weight had been lifted from my shoulders. I also owe Miss Merle my life because she listened to a 15-year-old kid and allowed him to talk about his feelings and problems. Thank you, Miss Merle. When I started the 7th grade in Georgia, I met this nerdy little kid in my grade named AJ, who also lived in the same neighborhood as me. Quickly, AJ and I became friends, and soon we sat together on a bus, and soon we would also sing along loudly to songs from my iPod. Our favorite song to rap along to was Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice. Everyone on the middle school bus hated us, but it didn't matter to us because we were having so much fun. Still to this day, we are the best of friends. Literally, one of the most important people in my life. If it weren't for this kid, I probably wouldn't be here. Or if I was here, I'd be a bum or a shell of a person. I can always count on him. He's the Turk to my JD. He's the 4th Peacock son and the 6th Peacock child. He's a true friend and the truest of true friends. He challenges me to be a better and smarter person, as well as just an all-around better friend because he sets the bar so high. I want to go on and on, but there are just not enough words to describe how much I love the guy and how much I value our friendship. I'm going to be the best man at his wedding, and I'm going to be the one who buries him at his funeral, because I'm going to be the one that kills him by drowning him with all my love. My guy love, that is. Murder, she wrote. After I beat my depression the first time, there was no way I was going back. I had to rebuild my self-esteem, develop social skills, make new friends, mold a new self-image, and live life. The things I did in high school included participating in the wrestling team, academic bowl team, ultimate frisbee team, had a girlfriend, lost a girlfriend, made out with a lot of girls who I didn't call my girlfriend, worked at a summer camp for 2 summers, pierced my own ears at that summer camp, got a tattoo in Tampa, Florida during my senior year of spring break, played in a few rock bands, tried out for the school battle of the bands, didn't get accepted into the school's battle of the bands, acted in school plays and musicals through drama club, did an improv show for charity, acted in a community theater production of Amadeus, sang in the school choir, made YouTube videos by myself and with friends, got my real first job at 18 making pizzas, and I tried stand-up comedy for the first time. I also got into trouble a lot in high school, but just for stupid stuff, like getting arrested my junior year at a Sweet 16 party, or getting banned my senior year from the performing arts department at my school. But those are stories for another day. I graduate high school and I start my first semester of college. In my high school, college was the expected next step. I was terrified if I didn't go to college right after high school, I wouldn't have a future. I enrolled in Georgia State University, but only attended for 1 semester. While attending this university, I still lived at my parents' home and commuted into the city while also working a retail job.
My schedule really took a toll on me, and I just hated it so much. I was miserable all the time. Taking an easier route, I enrolled into a community college, and I also changed jobs. My experience at community college was fine as far as community colleges goes, but I kept little friends from both colleges that I had attended. The only friends that I kept were the few friends from high schools that I would occasionally visit at their separate universities, which were hours away. Also, during the first year of college, I was involved in a damaging, toxic relationship with a very manipulative girl. I don't keep in touch with her. Coming near the end of my first 2 years of higher education, I was in a spot that I call the great in-between. My great in-between was, what do I do after I get my associate's degree? Go to California to start my career, or transfer to a 4-year university to finish my degree? I found my answer when I visited my friend Shanton at his university. After he gave me a tour, there was no hesitation on what I should do next in life. I was going to finish my degree at the University of Georgia. This university could help me become what I always wanted to be. Great. That was a year ago, and like I mentioned at the beginning of this piece, this video was supposed to sum up my life until that point. But change, however, did not come so smoothly. The unthinkable happened. My depression came back, and I didn't even recognize it. I lost myself that year. I was trying to survive, but I wasn't doing a good job because I wasn't dealing with my problems very well. It was a series of highs and lows and battling a negative self-image. On top of that, I blew through all my life savings. I wasn't drinking water, I wasn't eating, I was staying up late every night, and I wasn't sleeping very much. I was stressed. I overexerted myself physically and mentally. I was struggling to keep up with my classes, which had a more rigorous work standard than any other college I attended at that point. I isolated myself and I didn't hang out with people that often. I was in need of help, but didn't ask for help because I didn't want to be a burden. The first semester was hell, but things got a lot easier for me as time went on. During the second semester, I started to make more friends and take better care of myself. Another major life event happened in May 2014. My Uncle Mark passed away after a long battle with cancer. He was brother to my dad and also to my Auntie Karen. Whenever someone special from your life is gone, it's up to you to pick up where they left off. My Auntie Karen was rock and roll. My Uncle Mark was everyone's friend. And that's what I gotta be. My dream is a career in entertaining people. Whether it's when I'm silly or when I'm serious, I want to give people an escape from their harsh depressions and have them seek solace to knowing that they are not alone in their struggles. Also, let's be honest, I love the attention. Boy, oh boy, do I love attention. Currently, despite the bad that has happened, life is pretty good. I'm entering my senior year at the University of Georgia studying mass media arts, a minor in film studies, and a certificate in new media. I work 3 part-time jobs. I am making more friends and participating in more social activities like swing dancing. I can adult very well at that. A lot of bad things have happened in my life, but still have a lot of beautiful and interesting things too. I always move forward. I can't stop and I won't stop. Like a shark, I am always moving forward for survival. Will also become better, faster, and stronger. If there is anything I'm not, I am not a defeatist. I will survive. I will keep moving. I will achieve my dream. I will be a success. I will be a somebody. The only thing that can stop me is death, but to death I say, not today. My parents will not bury another child. I'm building momentum and I cannot be stopped. You know why? Because I'm the fucking juggernaut, bitch.